Hey. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday. Hopefully you guys are doing great, okay? Happy Monday, happy Motivational Monday. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend, all right, for the ones that had off, okay? So I want to discuss a very important topic today, really important topic today. Hopefully you guys are able to view this, and if you are watching the replay, please hashtag replay so I can know that you were able to view this live, all right? So I want to discuss an important topic today, estrogen dominance. And you may have heard me refer to estrogen dominance on my other lives. And the reason why it's so important because it has a huge impact on a lot of women's reproductive health. So that's why I wanted to do a whole live on it. I touched on it a little bit last week in my fibroids video, but I wanted to do a whole entire live on it because that's how important estrogen dominance is. And I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on it and, you know, how it interferes with our reproductive organs and all that stuff. So, yeah, so if you are watching me live, please hashtag live. Hi to everybody that's watching me. Yeah, so I definitely want to get into this. And if you also, just to let you guys know, I go live every Monday if you're interested in my content, at every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And I'll also send out a reminder to my email list. So make sure if you're not on my email list, get on my email list. The link is in the caption, all right? So I can, you know, you can have reminders. And also, I also send out emails on health and wellness and womb health and all that good stuff. Lots of great tips in my emails. So yeah, but anyway, so I wanted to talk about estrogen dominance because a lot of people don't know that estrogen dominance is the root cause of a lot of our reproductive health issues. You know, estrogen dominance is the root cause of so many issues dealing with reproductive organs as well as the body. You know what I mean? So it's very serious. It's not something to be taken lightly at all. So a lot of times the issues that, you know, we go through as women, a lot of times is because of having an excess amount of estrogen in our body, okay? And I want you guys, ladies, to see, you know, that are watching, to see how serious estrogen dominance is and how much damage it could do to our reproductive organs, how much damage it can do, period, you know, in our bodies. And when it's left unaddressed, because of course it's reversible, you know, I reverse it. But when it's left unaddressed, I want you guys to see the amount of damage that it can do. Okay, so from anywhere from infertility to breast cancer to heavy bleeding, you know, the list goes on. Okay, so estrogen dominance, it can manifest into so many different ways in our body. So it may manifest for one woman infertility, it may manifest into one woman's body as PCOS. It just depends, okay? So I'm gonna go into a little bit of that and the root causes and the symptoms, the signs, all that stuff. So if you're watching this, definitely share this video so more women can view this live because it's a really important topic, okay? And like I said, if you're watching me on replay, definitely hashtag replay. All right. So hi and welcome to all of my new followers, to all my new Facebook friends. Hi and welcome. If you are unfamiliar with me, if you're like, who is this person? My name is Sasha Rosa. I'm a holistic health and wellness coach. Okay. Holistic also dealing, you know, specializing in womb health as well. I help women who are suffering with womb health issues actually master and create healthy long-term habits, okay, in order to heal their womb health issues, all right? I've also been able to help my clients do a number of things, such as shrink their fibroids, you know, decrease heavy bleeding on their monthly cycles, you know, also end their painful monthly cramps and so on and so forth, and begins to heal from PCOS, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, all that stuff. And I've helped so many of my clients, you know, not just improve their fertility health, not just improve their monthly cycles, also heal health issues such as IBS, such as prediabetes, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, such as anemia, and the list goes on with that. So I've been blessed. I've also helped 3 of my clients, thankfully, overcome infertility, who were struggling with infertility for years. And these 3 women took my 12-week transformation program and afterwards was able to get pregnant. One has already had her baby last year. The other one is due later on this year. So I'm so excited. Those are probably my best testimonials to really help women, you know, have a baby, you know, especially women who are struggling with infertility. So, and I'm so happy. That's another reason why I wanted to talk about this topic, because this topic does interfere with, estrogen dominance can interfere with fertility, you know. And that's why it's so important that I'm addressing this. So my superpower as a coach is really helping women, you know, not just lose weight, guys. It's not just about weight loss, but also help women heal their wombs, help women, you know, improve the health of their bodies, improve their fertility health, and learn how to utilize food as medicine. You know, also balance their hormones, which is really important. Hormonal health is extremely important to women. So important, you know, it's everything. You know, our hormones affect everything, you know, especially estrogen. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into estrogen dominance and how it impacts your reproductive health, because it impacts it in so many different ways, okay? So in case you did not know, studies do show that about 72% of women deal with reproductive health issues. That's such a large number, 72%. And that number was reported years ago. So who knows? It's probably more by now, because the numbers of infertility and fibroids and PCOS, like the rates are just going up. And it's just ridiculous how many women are dealing with these issues, you know, from the 20s to 30s to 40s to 50s, you know, it just goes on and so forth. So it's, 72%, it's estimated that 72% of women have estrogen dominance, and I would say most of them have no clue. Most of them have no clue what it is. Most of them have no clue, because a lot of the symptoms from estrogen dominance are normalized. And I talked about that last week, of how there's so many things that we normalize that it as actually your body showing you a sign that something's wrong. Okay, so I'm going to get into the symptoms, but I do want to say estrogen dominance is one of the most underestimated, ignored hormonal balance. It is, you know, but it causes serious issues, which is, you know, such as infertility, such as, you know, or even worse, you know, it can even cause breast cancer. That's why it's nothing to joke with. You know, it can really wreak havoc in a woman's body. So we are told that the majority of symptoms associated with estrogen dominance is normal. And that's wherein lies the problem, because we're not recognizing, you know, when our body is showing us signs. Okay. So not only is it estrogen dominance is very underestimated, it's also, like I said, one of the most common hormonal imbalances with women. Very, very, very common. So, you know, it even shows up in perimenopausal women and women that are in menopause. It also shows up in those women as well. So those women usually think that they're in the clear for estrogen dominance, or for any, you know, for anything that's affecting their estrogen, and that is not the case, okay? So they can also have high estrogen in relation to their progesterone, and that can also result in there being estrogen dominant side effects and symptoms, okay? So it's really, really important. So let's get into the topic, guys. Let me get, you know, estrogen is necessary for so many things in our body. Estrogen is necessary for so many functions in our body, from childbearing to, you know, keeping our cholesterol levels at bay, to our bone health, so many things, and so on and so forth. So many things in our body estrogen is responsible for. So it's a really important hormone in our body. And our female hormonal system is very complex. Like it's beautifully complex, and it is meant to be in balance. It is meant to work in harmony with our other hormones, work in union. And once one of the hormones are off balance, that impacts our, you know, the whole reproductive, you know, system. So it's really important. Once, you know, one hormone is out of balance, that disrupts the whole process, you know, and that can lead to us experiencing a whole host of symptoms, you know, different types of symptoms. And one of the most common hormone, unfortunately, to fall out of balance is estrogen. Okay, and that is the hormone that literally affects so many functions in our bodies. Very, very important function. So estrogen levels can either become too low or too high, but most of the time what's going on is that we are dominant in estrogen, you know, and that's what estrogen dominance is. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of women have not even heard of estrogen dominance. And that's why I'm always talking about it, because it's so important, and it leads to so many different types of issues with our reproductive organs. So being dominant in estrogen, what it technically means is that, you know, your body has more estrogen in relation to the progesterone in your body. Okay, so progesterone is another key hormone in our body, and that means, you know, estrogen and progesterone are supposed to work in a seesaw effect and both be balanced in our body. Okay, so once you have more estrogen and once your estrogen levels rise and your progesterone levels dip lower, that's when you have estrogen dominance in your body. And that's when you experience the frustrating symptoms of estrogen dominance. So if you have any of the symptoms that I'm going to, any of these issues that I'm going to name, the root cause of it is estrogen dominance. So I'm going to go over a lot of symptoms that where the root cause is estrogen dominance, and you may not even link them to that, to your hormone issues, but they are. So things like PCOS is definitely linked. The root cause of that is estrogen dominance, fibroids, ovarian cysts, autoimmune disorders such as rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, a lot of people would not think that, but that's very true. Such as lupus as well, endometriosis, breast cancer, infertility, allergies even. You know, allergies are linked to having an excess amount of estrogen in your body, uterine cancers, okay, blood clotting. Those are just to name a few of the of things that where it comes about in your body, shows up in your body, but the root cause of that is estrogen dominance, okay? And a lot of people have no clue about that. Like, an imbalance of estrogen in your body is potentially dangerous, guys, and can cause many health issues, okay? And the worst of it, of course, being breast cancer, okay? So let's explore some of the signs. Like, what are, for you ladies that are watching and wondering, and if you're watching this video, please share it as well so more women can see the video. But if you are wondering, okay, what are some signs that I might be estrogen dominant? I'm going to run over some of the signs. Some of the signs you may not really think about, because like I said, a lot of the signs are completely normalized, you know, have been normalized in our society. So things like breast tenderness, okay, that's a sign. Bloating, any type of water retention, swollen ankles, fibrocystic breasts, of course, weight gain in certain areas of the body, you know, technically, more than likely like the lower belly, the hips area, the thigh area, decreased libido, mood swings, depression and anxiety, irritability, having cold hands and feet as well is a sign that you're estrogen dominance. Hair loss is definitely a sign. You know, there's a lot of women that normalize losing, I guess, hair or, you know, thinning hair or edges after childbirth. That's not normal. That's a sign of either estrogen dominance or just having not enough mineral deficiency in your body. Okay, because like I said, we normalize a lot of things that's not really normal. Okay, irregular cycles. If you have irregular cycles, then you definitely are estrogen dominant. So that could be anything from, you know, you are, you know, like I said, irregular cycles or painful cycles. If you have PMS, any type of cramps. Okay, if you have heavy bleeding, okay, definitely discussed that last week. Yes, that is a clear sign of estrogen dominance. Prolonged cycle lasting more than 4 days. That is definitely a sign, okay, that you have a huge amount of you have an excess amount of estrogen in your body, okay. Any type of dysfunction with your thyroid as well is definitely a clear sign. Having a sluggish metabolism, that means it's really hard for you to lose weight. That is, like, of course, a hormonal imbalance, estrogen dominant. Foggy thinking, like it's really hard for you to concentrate. Insomnia is also a clear sign as well. Waking up in the middle of the night, not being able to go back to sleep. You know, skin issues, you know, things like heavy acne, cystic acne, rashes, eczema. Those things are from estrogen dominance. Also, vaginal dryness as well. Even if your hormones are balanced, even in menopause, you're not supposed to be experiencing vaginal dryness, okay, if your hormones are properly balanced. Gallbladder disease as well. Any issues with your gallbladder is definitely estrogen dominance, okay? Headaches, migraines, and like I said, the list goes on. So there's so many symptoms and signs. You can have just a few of these and be estrogen dominant. So do not take these as, you know, any of these signs lightly. You know, like I said, your body's showing you signs of when your hormones are imbalanced. You have to recognize the signs, and you cannot just leave these things unaddressed, okay? So you have to make the necessary changes to reverse them. And if you are watching this and you're like, you know, thinking that you can't reverse them, yes, you can. I've reversed this. I've reversed estrogen dominance. I've helped my clients reverse it as well. The thing is, it's actually not really that hard, but it does take a commitment, you know, a commitment to a different lifestyle to reverse. So, but by far the greatest risk associated with estrogen dominance, like I said, is hormone-dependent cancers, you know, such as breast cancer, such as uterine cancer. So it can get really scary. Like I said, you should not leave these things unaddressed. The statistics are, when it comes to breast cancer, are just ridiculous, and the statistics with breast cancer is even rising even more, especially with women under 40, which is kind of scary. So, you know, of course, 1 in 8 women will get breast cancer one time in her lifetime. And that's like, to me, a ridiculous amount. And part of that, a huge part of that is estrogen dominance. And that's kind of leaving that, like I said, I said this on TikTok as well. A lot of women, and one woman was agreeing with me, saying that was actually her experience. You know, I said that a lot of women think that having a hysterectomy will get rid of these problems, but if you do not address your lifestyle, if you do not change the problems, it shows up in a different type of way. You know, for example, you can remove your uterus and then get breast cancer, which happened to a woman that wrote me. So you want to be very careful. Like I said, lifestyle changes, you cannot get away from this from having a hysterectomy. Lifestyle changes are so important, okay? So thyroid issues can occur in your body because excess estrogen blocks thyroid hormones from hitting their receptor, okay? From doing its job in your body. So that's where, you know, excess estrogen can also have an impact on your thyroid. So if you have issues with your thyroid, that is excess estrogen, okay? So it can really wreak havoc on your body. It can wreak havoc on your womb. It could, you know, do a lot of damage. It can, you know, excess estrogen can lead to blood pressure, not just breast cancer, but, you know, high blood pressure can lead to insulin resistance and diabetes and so many different things. You know, it's really serious, very, very serious. It's nothing to joke with. Okay, and I want you guys to know that I wanted to do this live because I want you guys to know how serious estrogen dominance is. It's nothing to joke with. It plays a huge role, believe it or not, in infertility. Estrogen dominant, it does. A huge role. So it's nothing to play with. Your reproductive health is nothing to play with, okay? So making necessary changes to balance your hormones is extremely important. Diet can get rid of endometriosis, absolutely. Diet and lifestyle changes, absolutely. Marsh, thank you so much for pointing that out. Absolutely, it's very, very true. And if you guys are watching this, please share the live as well. Let's get more women to know about estrogen dominance, because majority of women have no clue about estrogen dominance. They have no clue what it is. They have no clue how it affects them, how it affects their reproductive organs. And 72% of women are dealing with this. Okay. So, you know, if you are interested in really, you know, reversing estrogen dominance, because it can be reversed, okay? If you're interested in beginning your journey to reverse this, to balance your hormones, you know, to heal your womb, to heal your reproductive health issues naturally, okay, I definitely want to, I would love to work with you as a client. I would love for you to join the 66-week program. In the program that we've helped so many women reverse their estrogen dominance, lose weight. We have so many women change their diet, their lifestyle, and just, you know, transform into a whole different woman, you know what I mean, in just 6 weeks, you know, and really, because when your hormones are balanced, your whole life is different. You know, your hormones affect everything, okay? When your hormones are balanced, it's so much easier for you to lose weight. It's so much, and when your diet is together, it's so much easier for you to live a healthier lifestyle, okay? And also increase your fertility health as well. So if you're interested in that, if you're watching this and wanting to know, knowing that you need one-on-one help with this, changing your diet and your lifestyle, you know, undoing those bad habits when it comes to food, which is really what we work on. We work on mindset and everything. Then get in. I definitely encourage you to get into the 66-week program, okay? And if you are interested, the link is in my bio. It's also in my bio, but it's also in my caption as well. The link is in my caption, so be sure to join. I would love to have you as a client. There's women in that's done amazing. Like, the testimonials are just mind-blowing. So you definitely want to get in that program if you need the one-on-one help, okay? So like I said, the link is in the caption. Also, guys, become a part of my email list if you're watching this as well. You also join by clicking the link in my caption. And just so you can get more tips and tricks about how to combat estrogen dominance. Because like I said, this is something that more and more women need to know, all right? And avoiding meat, absolutely. And actually, Marsh, there's still some people that are able to get away with eating a little bit of meat with reversing estrogen dominance, but you definitely want to reduce the amount of meat that you're eating, because a lot of us are eating way too much meat and not enough fruits, not enough vegetables, not enough, you know what I mean? Way too much. And our bodies are just clogged up, and it's, you know, with different types of processed foods and processed meats and dairy and all that stuff. But that's a whole nother live. But yes, thank you guys for watching this live. Be sure to share this live. Let's get more women to watch this and to know what estrogen dominance is, so they can begin on a journey to healing it, okay? All right, so that's pretty much it. If you have a question or any type of concern on anything that I mentioned, definitely feel free to DM me. If you want to join the Sexy 60 program, if you have a question about that, feel free to DM me as well, all right? So that is pretty much it. Bye.